Welcome to Uncaged, a show that celebrates thought leadership from today's top business leaders. The program provides a voice to amazing executives from around the globe who are shaping the world of business today and mapping the path to the commerce of tomorrow. Today, we're speaking with Donna Hover-Ojeda. Hey, Donna, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for the opportunity to be present.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk to you about a topic that I'm quite passionate about. Donna is the co-founder of Mighty Underdogs Company, which provides small business education and entrepreneurial development tools. And so we're going to be talking really about the small business opportunity and need, and really all of the exciting things that Mighty Underdogs are providing. So Donna, before we get to talking about Mighty Underdogs, tell us a little bit about yourself and your career.
I'm happy to. I've been a product and development growth strategist for 35 years and started my business consulting practice in 1987 and kind of separated. So I had a long-term plan, the 25-year plan, and lived it out. So it broke it up into 3 phases. The first phase was working with automotive manufacturing suppliers that are between 125 million to 500 million, trying to grow them to $1 billion, yet staying private. So it's always been private companies. Had fun with that, enjoyed it, and then decided I wanted something a little bit different. So I moved to the other end and went to angel investing and spent another third of my career in angel investing, working with that version of startups, because it is a version.
Yeah.
And then from that, I decided, well, it really wasn't for me, because I like small businesses. I like people that actually want to do business, not just look at a great idea and try to look for a great idea. And I thought, if that's the way somebody was doing my investing, I don't think I would like it so much, because they're looking for that unicorn. I'm not really interested in the unicorn. I want all the businesses to grow. So then now I've spent the last part of my career working in the companies that have passed the startup stage and really trying to get to that million. They're their first million and they're under 10 employees.
Donna, I love it so much. I'm so excited to learn more about what you and Mighty Underdogs are doing. I can't tell you how painful it is when I'm in these kind of incubator sessions with these companies that coming out of these incubators, and they get these valuations, these really high valuations, and they're so proud. These founders are so proud. And I look at them and I'm like, you're doomed. Like, there's no way you're going to justify that valuation. And you suddenly see it, like, the folks that put the money in, they're basically betting on that unicorn, and that's it. But how many great 30 million companies have we lost along the way? That's kind of the way I look at it. And so tell me a little bit more about what Mighty Underdogs is up to.
So I created this. This is my 5th company, and we decided to make it a nonprofit. And what I'm doing is taking the bigger companies that I'm related to and have as clients. They're willing to invest in the smaller businesses. So I have the big guys investing in helping support by providing scholarships to teach baby businesses how to run a business. Because most of those angel investing companies, like we talked the unicorns, they're really not taught how to run a business. They're investing in a craft, they're investing in an idea, they're investing in a technology, they're investing in software. A lot of areas they're investing, but not really in the person to run the business.
So tell me more about how those conversations and that kind of, I'd say, training and tutelage happens.
It's very difficult, because the companies that are in their 3rd year are very, very busy and stressed, because they're really earning their own living. And they have run out, they have no more startup money. They're really on their own. They've used up anything that's free. They've used up all the government resources. They've used up everything. And so they're really, really on their own. And they're in our communities. They're everywhere, on every corner. And so trying to reach them to help them see that there are tools available for them. They don't have to go to a university and take, a 16-month course, or they don't have to, get in a cohort where it's every Saturday for the next 8 months.
Right.
It's kind of do it yourself one-page tools that I have about 400 of them that I've used over the last 35 years, that the bigger companies, they don't have time for the big books either, or the results that come from big consulting firms. They just want a one-page simple, tell me what I need to do next and
Love
how
it.
do I do it? And so I give them a little recipe and I call it a scavenger hunt. Let's go on a scavenger hunt and look for these new ideas or new thoughts, or look at your company in this way, or talk to your vendors this way, or talk to your customers this way. Actually, people will help you in your business. You don't have to own everything and you don't have to hire everybody. So I've always had the motto of how can we grow your company without spending any more money or
Yeah.
without hiring any people.
The core needs are kind of timeless for sure. But
Right.
I mean, you have started this operation in such a fluid moment that you started it really in the heart of the pandemic in early 2021. And I mean, I'm just curious to hear the companies that you've worked with, how that process and kind of mindset need of learning has shifted over time.
They're hungry. They're very
Yeah.
hungry for what can I do? After my kids go to bed and I have some time, at midnight to learn on my own. So we put all our tools online so that they can do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So we give them a one-page tool, a write-up instruction on how to use it, and then a little video on how to use it. So they can see it again, just like recipes. I look at all recipes, they give you the recipe, they give you the reviews, the instruction how to do it, and a little video, a real quick video of how to do it. And you're off to the races. They get it. They're smart,
Yeah.
bright people. They know how to do this stuff. They just don't know what to do.
Now, I'm just curious. I mean, certainly what we're seeing a lot of companies do in the back half of this year is map out recessionary planning. How do you deal with inflation? How do you deal with all of these lovely issues that we suddenly find ourselves with? I'd be curious, kind of, what are the small to medium-sized businesses thinking about during this time?
We're downsizing their ideas, because you think of what new companies startups come with. I can do everything. I can do anything for anybody. Well, that's not really true. In your fourth and fifth year, let's really pare it down to the one thing, that hedgehog that Jim Collins talks about.
Yeah.
What is that hedgehog? What's the thing, the thing that you're really best at and can be the best at and you're passionate about and you make money on? And a lot of times we find that what we make our money on isn't really what our passion is, but it makes us money. And so we focus on how to make the money and teach tools around how to make the money, focus on that money and collaborate.
Oh,
Because
nice.
there's other people around you that want to grow their business too. And so how do we do it together? And if we can do it together, we can help each other out. Go back to some of the traditional bartering system. I'm not a big barterer, but it's a good place to exchange and make sure we have some cash in there too, so that there's some expected results at the end for all of us to increase our profits, our margins, actually.
So Donna, you gave me quite a startling statistic. Something like 9 out of 10 businesses don't make it after early stage. Or
Yeah,
tell me
they
what that
never
stat
make it.
was. Yeah.
We lose 80% in the first 2 years, and then we lose another 10% as they don't make it to their fifth year. So 1 out of 10 make it to their fifth year. And I thought there's got to be a better way, because we spend billions of dollars looking for that 1 in 10. And what happens to all the rest of them? They're great businesses, or they could be great businesses if somebody just spent some time with them.
Yeah.
And do they need to be billion-dollar companies? No.
Yeah.
I do get other investors who say, well, you just like working with lifestyle companies. I'm thinking, well, gosh, Cargill, I know, is a lifestyle company and they're pretty big. So sure, I'll take those. I'm my PhD is in multi-generational businesses. And so how do you get them to be multi-generational if you're just going to do spin and flip or
Yeah.
build and sell.
Yeah.
That I think lifestyle businesses become our businesses of the future. And how do we do that? And how do we keep the generational money and ideas going?
I love it, Donna. It's so interesting what you're saying. I mean, I'm speaking to you today from Europe, from Spain, and there's a lot of, I'd say probably more family businesses here
Hmm.
than really kind of public businesses. And the contrast between the business landscape here in the US is very, very clear. You're absolutely right. There's such a miss. So many great businesses that, yeah, they might not be billion-dollar businesses, but man, they're great companies, and they definitely need to be supported. So the resources that you and the Mighty Underdogs team are providing are spectacular.
Speaking of your European companies, I mean, there's one that I'm just doing some research on now. It's a pharmaceutical company. It's owned by three families. Why don't we do that here? I mean,
Hmm.
it doesn't, and it's multi-billion-dollar company and it's spread over many families. We don't think that way. We think publicly held companies is the way to go.
Yeah.
When I'm all for the multi-generational family owned businesses, and let's make them all multi-billion-dollar businesses. Let's
Yeah.
think how great our communities would be.
Yeah, well, it definitely changes things for sure. I've been through that phase of working at private companies that went public, and it certainly shifted the culture overnight. So, no
It
doubt about
does.
that. So, as you look forward, Donna, into 2023, what gets you excited? What are you hopeful for?
I'm hopeful for all these new businesses. We started what 5 million new businesses over the last 2 years.
Hmm.
They're growing up. They should be turning their third and fourth year about now.
Wow.
And so if we can find a way, that's why Mighty Underdogs came about. If we can find a way to hang on to some of those and not just take the 1 out of 10, I mean, we'll have wonderful companies if we could just help them work through. And recessions, inflation, I mean, to me, those are all opportunities. If you do your strategic planning correctly and you really think about your business and play the game of business,
Hmm.
there's opportunities all over the place. It doesn't matter what the economic environment looks like. And we all know that there's money everywhere.
Wow,
So
Donna, you are throwing out some great pieces of wisdom. You're spot on. It's so easy to get afraid when you see things in the media talking about the economy, et cetera. But the reality is there are tons of opportunities right now that are appearing. And certainly the great wealth that will be gathered will come from people who seize those opportunities. And
mhm.
certainly maybe talking to Mighty Underdogs will help them as well. Donna, thank
Yeah,
you so much for being on Uncaged today. If someone wanted to learn more about the Mighty Underdogs Company, where should they go?
www.mightyunderdogs.club. We are a community of small businesses helping each other.
Excellent. Well, we've been speaking with Donna Hover-Ojeda. She is the co-founder of Mighty Underdogs Company. It provides small business education and entrepreneurial development tools for stage 2 businesses to grow their business, peer-to-peer roundtables, scaling their business, and the most important thing, how to make money after just being a startup. I love it. Well, Donna, thank you so much for being on Uncaged today, and we look forward to having you back.
Thank you so much, Ben. Appreciate
Cheers.
it.